Welcome into another edition of the Rewind Sports Network on KSLSports.com. I'm Nate Thatcher, and I'm happy to present to you the battle between the Syracuse Titans and the Lone Peak Knights here in the mountains of Highland, Utah. For the Syracuse Titans, they're coming in here at 2-1 and fresh off of a win at East High School. Meanwhile, for the Knights, they've just come off of a loss versus Harriman that was actually played at Corner Canyon, where they lost 66-60. For the Syracuse Titans, they'll be starting number 1, Hudson Hess, number 2, Skylar Orton, number 3, Beckham Reese, number 5, Bradley Trejo, and number 24, Carter Robinson. Keep an eye out on number 2. We'll get back to him in some of our pregame notes. For the home team, Lone Peak Knights, it's going to be Enoch Mitchell, Austin Simon, Sam Suarez, Crew Fotheringham, and Jackson Taylor. For the Syracuse Titans, it's going to be everything running through number 2. Skylar Orton is arguably one of the best players in his region early on in the season, as he rests in the top 10 in the state in points per game. One notable stat along with his scoring is his passing. Orton leads his team in assists per game. And what does this mean? Him getting points at such a high rate is opening up opportunities for his teammates to score once he has set the tone. Tonight, he has to create not only points, but shot opportunities for his teammates if they want to come out of here with a win. Meanwhile, for the Knights on the other side of the ball, tonight they must have to defend the ball well. Syracuse is one of the best teams at passing the rock at an efficient rate, as they assist on almost all of their made baskets. While the Knights have had an explosive offense through most of their games, they have also allowed their opponents to shoot at high rates. For them to come out of here with a win today, they need to sustain their own offensive success while limiting the creation of shots for the Titans. For both of these squads, it's a different story for their head coaches. For the Titans, it's first-year head coach Gregory Goderich, who's coming here after coaching 5 seasons at Syracuse Junior High. But don't be afraid, this man has a lot of experience coaching at both the AAU level and in the Special Olympics. Meanwhile, for the Lone Peak Knights, it's Rob Ross, who's in his 7th season. And even though he's a Timpview High grad, he's been all Knights, as he's led them to some pretty impressive wins over the years. So the Lone Peaks looking to get out of 500 territory and get their 3rd win of the season to improve to 3-2. And it's the Titans who are looking pretty good so far, just looking to rebound after a first game loss to Pleasant Grove, but they're looking to continue that win streak to 3 as they've won over Bonneville and East. This should be a good one, folks, as we welcome you in here to Lone Peak High School as Syracuse and Lone Peak look to battle it off here on KSL Sports Rewind. And the tip is up and controlled by the Titans. Trejo's going to be pressured up top by Fotheringham. And he's going to dish it over to the left wing. Orton thought about it, but now it goes around the block. A fake down low. Back up top, right wing. Now it's a mid-range jumper. That 2-pointer no good that time by Beckham Reese. It's the Knights in transition. Titans playing some good defense, forces Enoch Mitchell back out close to half court. Setting up their offense, it's Crew Fotheringham in the middle, as you can see, kind of getting things going. He is the star to watch it for the Lone Peak in tonight's contest. And he's going to go one-on-one down low. A little Euro step causes the defender to go down, gets his own rebound. 3-pointer up and no good. Titans got it. Now they're going to push in transition. It's Skylar Orton, the star for the Titans. Euro steps to his left, gets a tough basket to go with his right. And the Titans are on the board first. Fotheringham in transition, back out. Taylor finds Suarez. Low right post. He's going to go baseline, now moves back out with his right, and he's going to be fouled on that shot, and the Syracuse bench was not liking that call. Foul will go against Carter Robinson, the junior center, who is top 15 in Utah in blocks per game. So while that may be a foul there, look out for him down low in the paint. He's going to get a few blocks in today's contest. So it's going to be the senior center, Sam Suarez, at the charity stripe, as he gets the first one to go down. Sam's also really good on defense, as he's 2nd on the team in steals and blocks. Suarez Second one rattles out for him, so he's 1 for 2. Syracuse looking to push in transition, but it's going to go off of the knee of Reese. Lone Peak now sets up in their half court. It's Mitchell over to Fotheringham. He finds Taylor in the right wing. Off front iron, no good. A putback was attempted that time by Enoch Mitchell, and he's going to be fouled by Syracuse. So the senior guard for the Knights will head to the charity stripe for his attempt to try and tie and potentially take the lead here early on in the first. Enoch clearly the passer for this Knights offense as he leads the team in assists per game at 4. Gets the first one to tickle the twine. And now for his second attempt, taking his time, gets it to go. So now it's 3-2, Lone Peak. 2 of the 3 coming from the charity stripe. And we've got a full court press as the Titans break it. And it's Hudson Hess who picks up his dribble after he loses it in transition. And Skylar Orton skies high and finds a quick 2 on the right. Orton top 10 in Utah in points per game as he averages over 17 a contest. And Titans force a turnover. Skylar once again can't get it to go that time on the right side as he's got a lot of airtime when he goes up. Crew Fotheringham in transition. No good. Simon, rebound. He'll kick it back out. They'll set up half court. Trying to find Suarez down low. Bottom right, spin move baseline. Goes up with his left. Can't get it to go. He'll get his own rebound. Can't get that to go. Taylor gets the rebound. And they just can't find anything at the bottom. Titans trying to push again in transition. Robinson lost it. Now it's going back the other way. Here come the Knights. A little fake pass backwards, and then a bucket able to go down for Enoch Mitchell. Scrappy contest by both sides early on as Lone Peak's gonna keep that pick-up press defense here in this first quarter as we're just close to 5 minutes. Titans now setting up in the half court, one of the few opportunities they've had today. Here comes Hess. He'll dish it back outside. It's Trejo trying to find an interior spot to get inside, but instead it's going to be a foul call against the Knights. That's going to go against Crew Fotheringham. Fotheringham still looking to get on the board as he leads his team in scoring, averaging 20 a contest. He's number 1 in Utah 6A in field goals and three-pointers made, and he almost shoots 60% from outside the arc. Beautiful pass down low to Robinson, who finds himself wide open and gets it to go from the right side. Lone Peak now finds himself in a 1-point deficit once again. Here's Mitchell looking to get a screen from Suarez. He loses it. Almost a backcourt violation. And here comes Suarez diving to the right and down to the rack. It's a battle of the big men so far here in the first quarter as Suarez and Robinson going back at it. 7-6 Lone Peak. Deep 3 off front iron, no good. It was Beckham Reese that time trying to find stuff from outside the arc. Suarez once again down low, but it's picked off from Carter Robinson. Here comes Trejo, pushing in transition right side. They'll stop and set up their half-court offense. Trejo finds Robinson. There's this big man battle. Another spin move baseline, same one that Suarez used, but Robinson can't get it to go. A fight for the rebound is considered a jump ball, and it'll go to the Knights. So coming in for the Knights will be Trey Amberry, who's wearing number 3, and number 0, Ty Cogswell. Fotheringham looking to get his first points of the contest as he brings the ball up into half court. Gets the screen right from Cogswell. He'll take it. Tries to go behind the legs, fumbles it a little bit, but now he's pushing right, using that arm to get him some space, and can't get it to go. Fight for the rebound controlled by the Titans. Here comes Syracuse as Trejo. He's getting pressured high by Amberry. He finds a wide open teammate in Beckham Reese who just can't get the three-pointer to fall. Here come the Knights, trying to set things up once again on the right side. Fotheringham, cross court, three-pointer up, and no good off the right side that time by Ty Cogswell, who just subbed in. Long pass to Robinson, who pump fakes a three. He's going to take it down low on Cogswell. Ball once again slapped around and tipped by Enoch Mitchell, but it'll stay here with Syracuse. Now, Syracuse isn't really a turnover-prone team. They only average 7.7 a game. Meanwhile, it's the Knights on the other side that average almost double that at 13. So Knights looking to try and even out that statistical category tonight as they're pressuring high on the ball handlers here at home. Here's Skylar Orton, player to watch in blue as he hits up a three on the right side. Can't get it, but gets his own rebound. They're going to call a foul, though, as we see some chippiness from Skylar against Cogswell after he gets the foul called against him. A tough physical contest early on. Syracuse likes where they're at, even though they're down one. They'll take a timeout. We'll take one with them. This is KSL Sports Rewind on a Friday night. Welcome back out to Lone Peak High School, where it's the Knights currently leading by 1. Syracuse head coach Gregory Goddard seems to be liking where his team is at. He told the Deseret News in preseason he's optimistic about the upcoming season with his new coaching staff. He looks to develop a new playing style and culture, and he said that they are ready to compete. And you can see that here in the first quarter against the Knights. Now we see some high-pressure defense from Syracuse to match what Lone Peak has been doing so far here in the first. Mitchell passes over to Anberry. Back over to Mitchell, looking to penetrate, finds a tough contested two to go down the bottom of the net. So that'll increase the lead to 3. High-pressure defense is able to be infiltrated. And here come the Titans in transition. Cross-court pass is good as Bradley Trejo finds the bottom of the net from the left wing. Tie ball game here at 9 apiece. Ty Cogswell driving baseline and finds the iron as he dunks it down. Throw it down, big man. Lone Peak regains the lead 11-9. And Syracuse once again trying to push full court in transition, and they can't get it to go. Colton Hodenigman has checked in for the Titans as both Robinson and Reese have gone off the court. Burke Roundtree also in for the Titans. Working in their zone defense, Knights passing around. Syracuse really liking where they're at with their zone, but Anberry shoots up a right wing three as he gets it to fall down the bottom of the net. And then right after, Orton can't control the inbound pass, and it goes right back to the Knights. Lone Peak clearly found that the quick passing is what will help them infiltrate that zone defense as they now go up by 5. Crew Fotheringham, quick three, top of the key from inbound, and he gets it to go. And now back-to-back threes have boosted their lead up to 8. Titans looking to cut this down with a minute to go here in the first. Roundtree looking around. And that time it'll be Hodenigman that's fouled by the Knights as he was driving right in the post. A lot of balanced scoring so far here for Lone Peak. But Enoch Mitchell leads the way with 6 early points, but he's in a little bit of foul trouble as he checks out as he just picked up his second. Here come the Titans, pressured up high once again. Trejo up at the top, finds Orton. Orton using some fancy moves in between the legs. Goes to his right, now finds his teammate. Roundtree, cross court. Over to Hodenigman. Hodenigman will take a mid-range jumper and let it rattle the iron and go down. So that'll cut the lead down to 6. Austin Simon now going to slow things down. No shot clock. 15 seconds to go. Gets the screen from Cogswell. He's dishing right. Euro, no good, but a foul will be called. It'll go against Roundtree, the senior forward. And they're going to say it's on the shot, so The senior guard will go to the charity stripe for 2. Simon, a really all-around player. He's top 3 on his team in scoring, steals, and blocks. And a little bit of confusion as now the players will set up to let him shoot both of his 2 free throw attempts. First one, no good. As I mentioned, the Knights coming off a loss to the Harriman Mustangs where they played at Corner Canyon 66-60. They actually started off the season 2-0, but they've lost their last 2 contests. Obviously, on the 27th of November, they faced Orem where they lost by 16 as the second one's able to go down. They had to face a former teammate in Chamberlain Burgess, who's actually a recent BYU basketball commit. Knights pressure once again as they get the ball. Cogswell going up for the layup as he uses those long strides to get close. Bucket's not able to go, but with just 2.4 seconds left in the first quarter, he's now going to go to the free throw line. So Ty Cogswell now at the charity stripe, the team leader in blocks per game. Senior forward goes up for the first free throw and off front iron. The Lone Peak girls team used the same method in their last contest against West Jordan. They used that full court press defense, and it worked well to their advantage, even though Cogswell can't get the 2 to drop. The 3-quarter heave is up and no good, and that'll do it for us here as Lone Peak leads Syracuse 18-11 here on KSL Sports Rewind. Welcome back into Lone Peak High School here in this Friday night edition of KSL Sports Rewind. Nate Thatcher here as we call the Lone Peak Knights versus the Syracuse Titans here in non-region play. Knights coming in off of 2 straight losses. Meanwhile, the Titans coming off of 2 straight wins. But it's the Knights leading 18-11 after some high-pressure defense forced the Titans to turn over the ball quite often, allowing for free opportunities at the free throw line and from outside the arc for the Knights. Titans looking to cut into that deficit here in the second quarter. It's Skylar Orton who dishes it back out to Hess. Trejo's got it left wing. They're dishing it back out around. Beckham Reese for 3, no good. Rebound controlled by the Knights. Here goes Simon pushing in transition. Going under with his right. The ref's going to say the foul occurred before the shot, but still impressive attempt to say the least. That'll be Hudson Hess's first foul of the game as Cogswell controls the inbound pass. He's got a mismatch and he decides to use it, but finds Carter Robinson and makes a turnover as Orton moves in transition. Goes behind to Trejo, who will dish it back out. Titans looking to set up their half-court offense. Hudson allowing his wing players to move around. Hess gets the screen from Robinson, but Cogswell moves up to try and foul. Syracuse was debating that, but Fotheringham gets the turnover possession for the Knights. Turnaround jumper, baseline, no good. Robinson controls the rebound. Cross-court pass to Orton. He is moving once again to his right, gets it off the glass, and gets the foul. Skylar Orton showing his hops early on here in this contest as he not only gets the layup in transition to go, but now he's at the charity stripe for 1. Looking to get 3 points the old-fashioned way.
Foul committed by number 5, Drew Tolson.
So Drew Toulson, the senior guard for the Knights, will pick up that foul as he checks out, and Suarez checks back in for Cogswell. Orton looking to get his 7th point here in the first half, and he can't. It'll be Simon with the rebound as he calls out the play here in half court. He's going to take it wide open, down low. No one had him defended. It was like it was the warm-ups, and he gets a nice, easy layup to go down. 20-13 lead now for Lone Peak. Here comes Syracuse in transition. Orton once again going right. Tough fadeaway jumper, right baseline. Barking at the ref saying he was fouled. Tough nonetheless as he gets the 2-pointer to go down. Amberry down low, Suarez using that move to go to his left, and he gets the layup to go down. So some quick scoring by both sides as now the Titans move in transition. Has thought about a three, but he's going to slow things down. Cross court, Robinson. He'll take a right wing three. And that'll be no good, and they're going to say it's a foul. And it looks like it's going to go against the senior guard, Trey Amberry.
Foul committed by number 12, Sam Suarez.
Excuse me, they're actually going to call that on Sam Suarez, the senior center. And it'll be a couple free throw attempts here for Carter Robinson.
Carter Robinson shooting for the Titans.
Robinson is second on the team in points per game as he misses the first. Robinson averaging just over 15 points a game. Led the team in scoring in their win over Bonneville. And they're going to say it's actually 3 free throw attempts as he was fouled from the 3. So he'll cut this to at least a 2-possession game with that second free throw. And with the third, cuts it to 5.
In for the Knights, number 30, Jackson Taylor. He replaces Trey Amberry.
So Jackson Taylor will check in for Trey Amberry for Lone Peak as they lead it by 5 with just under 6 minutes to go here in the second quarter. Taylor finds Suarez, who moves around. Lots of screen action here for the Knights. Crew Fotheringham going right. Finds Mitchell, who dishes it outside. Taylor for 3, no good. Rebound battled around, Robinson's got it, and they're gonna call a foul, and Syracuse bench is calling like it's long overdue for them. It's been a very physical contest down low in the paint. Enoch Mitchell will pick up the foul that time as the Knights will regain their full court press defense. And it looks like they're going man in this full court. Trey Amberry will actually check back in for Enoch Mitchell. Enoch is in serious foul trouble as he already has 3 fouls here with 5.5 minutes left to go in the first half. Titans looking to inbound. They find Orton barely in the right corner. He's pressured by Simon. And because of that pressure, he's going to turn over the ball. Orton shaking his head after that turnover from the full court defense pressure by the Knights. So Crew Fotheringham and Lone Peak will slow things down, looking to put things in half court. Crew going to his left, dishes out Amberry. Amberry gets it picked off by Orton. Orton's got a 1v2. Oh, under the hoop and under with his left hand. Beautiful play that time by Skylar Orton, who is going so high on these layups in transition. He's got an early 10. Cuts that deficit to 3 points. Fotheringham going right, picks up his dribble, spin move jumper, no good. Suarez fights for the rebound. Ball still on the ground. Picked up by the Titans. Here's Orton in transition once again. Now he passes it to Robinson, who can't control the pass. Both players saying that it's their fault, but nonetheless, Titans will take a timeout as they're liking their little cut into the deficit. It's 22-19, Lone Peak lead. Welcome back to KSL Sports Rewind as the Syracuse Titans currently trail the Lone Peak Knights 22-19 as we're just about at the halfway point here in the second quarter. As mentioned earlier, Skylar Orton is really the star for this Titans team as he's led them in scoring in 2 of their previous 3 contests. Scored 23 against Pleasant Grove and 16 in their win over East. Carter Robinson led the way in their win over Bonneville with 16 points, and both of those players are controlling the tempo for the Titans right now against Lone Peak. Orton having some active hands against Simon as he goes right baseline. Taylor will take a left wing 3 as he finally gets one of his attempts to go down. Jackson Taylor, a big 3-point guy for the Knights this season, increases that lead to 6. Hess was looking to find Robinson on a pick and roll, but Robinson wasn't ready. Meanwhile, it's a tough left-handed layup that's no good that time for Honigman. Knights in transition are stopped. Here's Simon. Spin move to his left. No good. There's Suarez for the tip back. He can't get it to go. And there's another foul down low against Lone Peak. It's going to go against Suarez. And that'll be Suarez's second foul of the game. A little boat of confidence from head coach Rob Ross as Enoch Mitchell stays in the game with 3 fouls, and we still have 4 minutes left here in the first half. Orton gets past that first wave of full court defense, but still turns it over to Cogswell, who finds Mitchell. Mitchell stops, pops, dishes back. Taylor, three-pointer no good. And Hess was trying to get a charge. No call was made. And Austin Simon is able to get an easy 2 on the right side. Then there's a foul as Hudson Hess still on the ground there in the paint. He's able to get off and walk a little bit gingerly. Looks like he's favoring that right knee just a little bit. So it looks like Suarez will pick up that foul as he went to the bench with 2.
Foul committed by number 5.
Excuse me, that will actually be called against number 5, Drew Toulson, as Hudson Hess is able to get the first one to go down.
Correction number 2, Austin Simon.
And they're actually going to correct that one again. They're going to say the foul's on Austin Simon. Second free throw attempt, no good. So 27-20, Lone Peak lead. 3.5 minutes left here in the second quarter. Here's Mitchell. Mitchell finds Fotheringham, who goes on the left-hand side. He was surrounded by Titans, but then he's able to find Enoch Mitchell wide open for another 3 on the right side. Orton pushing in transition. A sky-high layup is no good, but there's the follow-up by none other than Carter Robinson. Here comes Mitchell straight off of his 3. Pass to Cogswell, who finds Taylor up top. Simon driving down, finds Cogswell. Pump fake 3, top of the key. Goes down with his left. Can't get it to go. He gets his own rebound, finds Simon. Right hand layup, good. Offensive rebounding is what's keeping Lone Peak ahead in this early contest. There's Orton looking to set up half court. Trejo moving left. Finds Hess, who takes a 3 left wing, no good. Rebound is fought for and won by the Knights. And Enoch Mitchell will slow things down for Lone Peak. Finds Taylor, Fotheringham. He's going to move into the middle, mid-range jumper, up and good. Had a little bit of a height advantage against Hudson Hess. And moving quickly in transition is the Titans, weaving their way through the defense, but then settling in half court as Orton goes baseline. Carter Robinson for 3, no good. Here come the Knights once again, leading 34-22. Taylor, transition 3, no. And Syracuse will just let that go out of bounds.
Checking in for the Knights, number 5, Drew Toulson.
So Beckham Reese will come back in for Syracuse along with sophomore Lincoln Soul, who's finding the court for the first time tonight. And now we have a full timeout on the court, and we'll take it with him. It's Lone Peak 34, Syracuse 22 on KSL Sports Rewind. Welcome back out to Highland, Utah here at Lone Peak High School as we get ready for the final minute 40 of the second quarter as the Knights have increased their lead up to 12 against the Syracuse Titans. It was a tight contest there back and forth in the first quarter, but Lone Peak using their defense to allow for better offense as they're up 34-22. Syracuse looking to inbound against that high-pressure defense, full court. Amberry still up high against Reese, but he's able to get it across half court. Syracuse dishing it around. Reese moving it, finding Orton. Orton's going to try and jump back. It's stolen away from Cogswell. Pressured by Orton. Cogswell goes up, Hard foul that time by Skyler as Cogswell. He'll go to the free throw line. And it looks like Skyler Orton's got some words for the Lone Peak bench after that hard foul. It's his second of the game. So Cogswell's first free throw's up and no good. Now 0 for 3 on the night. Ty's only bucket coming from a first quarter dunk off baseline as he's now 0 for 4 from the free throw line. Titans still going fast pace here in transition as Reese now controls it on the right wing. Goes up top. Spacing issue as Orton's got it left. And it's a cutting Ho Nigman that finds Lincoln Soul down low, right baseline. Dishes it back out. Orton double teamed on the right wing. Somehow gets out of it. Finds a wide open Trejo for 3. No good. And Knights will control the rebound. Here comes Crew Fotheringham. He's picked up his offense a little bit here in the second quarter. He picks up his dribble, finds his teammate, no good that time from Drew Toulson. But Knights once again control an offensive rebound. Fotheringham trying to spin move, but instead it's Enoch Mitchell for 3.
Enoch Mitchell for 3.
Enoch Mitchell with an early 12 here in the first half. As Reese tries to get things going with a 3, no good. Cogswell rebound. 7 seconds left here in the second quarter. It's Amberry driving right. He's short. 4 seconds. Moving in transition. Under the legs. Half-court shot. Up and no good. Catches nothing but air. And that'll do it for this first half. The Knights have a stellar second quarter to take a 15-point lead going into the half. It's 37 Lone Peak and 22 Syracuse. Welcome back into Lone Peak High School for a Friday night edition of KSL Sports Rewind on KSLSports.com. It was Lone Peak who was able to control a lot of the second quarter to gain what is now a 37-22 lead as we head into the second half. Skyler Orton was able to try and keep things in control for his team as he had 10 points there in the first half. But for Lone Peak, it was Enoch Mitchell who was able to score 12 points even though he had 3 fouls with about 5 minutes left to go in the second quarter. That's going to be something to watch here as we get into the second half, as Lone Peak's arguably best players so far in the first half could be gone early. Knights will start off with the basketball, now moving right to left, wearing the white with maroon trim. Syracuse in the navy blue with white trim. It's Crew Fotheringham, spin move to his right, bucket no good. Rebound controlled by Orton. Skyler Orton now moving in transition, once again going sky high and up for 2 with his right hand. Couple of players now on both teams trying to get some charges down low in the paint, but refs haven't called anything of the like so far. Fotheringham picks up his dribble, finds Suarez. There's Simon, now moving back to his right. Mitchell finds Simon, left wing. Drives baseline, spin move. Trying to find something he can't. Shot clock under 10 now. Kick back out to Simon. Now he'll drive back in. Spin move to his right. Off right iron, no good. Rebound by Reese. They've got numbers if they want it. Here's Orton, left wing, stops. And now they're going to set up their half-court offense. Coach Gotteridge is calling out the call. Here's Reese, right wing, trying to find Robinson down low. And he does. It's a bounce pass, spin move, down to his right. Easy bucket up for 2. So Syracuse on a quick 4 run to cut the lead to single digits, getting both of their layups. Enoch Mitchell tying his shoe, trying to inbound it baseline. A little bit of a soft press here by Skyler Orton, picking him up early at half court. Here's Simon, driving right, spin move to his left. Beautiful on everything but the bucket. Instead, it's going to be Suarez who gets the tip bucket to go down and the foul. And he's going to try and get 3 points the old-fashioned way.
Foul committed by number 24, Carter Robinson. His second personal, first team foul of the quarter.
Robinson there on the foul. That'll be his second of the contest. as Sam Suarez, the senior center, is at the charity stripe for 2. Excuse me, for 1. It was an and 1 opportunity, and he got it. So Lone Peak now increases their lead up to 14. Once again, high pressure defense, but Syracuse able to push it past half court. Trejo right, finds Hess, picks up his dribble. Robinson right wing 3. He gets it to go down, and he'll be excited about that. He was frustrated with his shot at halftime as he wasn't able to find it go down during warmups, but he makes it count when it matters most. It's Lone Peak 40, Syracuse 29 here on KSL Sports Rewind. Welcome back to Lone Peak as Syracuse has been able to cut into a big Lone Peak lead that happened here in the third quarter. Syracuse could be 3-0. They led 32-20 at halftime in their first contest against Pleasant Grove, but they struggled from inside the three-point line where they finished 21 of 35. They also allowed 54 of what was going to be Pleasant Grove's 74 points in the second half. But they've had good ball movement throughout. As we have a stoppage of play as the refs confer. Could be a time issue. Still bring both head coaches to half court. Let's see what happens as both coaches confer. It looks like head coach Rob Ross is talking more frequently than Greg Goderidge. So let's see what happens here. A very long conversation as play is stopped. Still unsure of what happened. It could be something regarding fouls.
A delay of game warning has been issued. Word to the Knights.
Oh, and it's going to be a delay of game warning against Lone Peak. Interesting. Okay, so let's play ball once again. Lone Peak now in half court. It's Jackson Taylor off on the right. Lots of ball movement around. Ends up finding Simon. Back to Taylor. They're trying to get to Fotheringham in the middle. Instead, he'll go out right wing. Suarez's baseline finds a cutting Mitchell who gets the easy 2. Once again, that pressure from Lone Peak as Orton's able to get past it. Hudson Hess, left wing, able to corral. And there's going to be a foul that goes against the Knights.
Foul committed by number 12, Sam Suarez.
So Sam Suarez will also pick up his third. So now you have 2 Knights in foul trouble as he comes out and Ty Cogswell checks back in.
Checking in for the Knights, number 0, Ty Cogswell.
Cogswell able to get to the charity stripe a lot in that first half, but just not able to convert. Did have a pretty impressive dunk as Orton almost had an acrobatic layup from behind the backboard, but instead he'll go to the free throw line for 2. And that foul will go against Austin Simon, his second of the game.
Austin Simon. At the line for the Titans, number
So just over 5 minutes left here in the third quarter. Skylar Orton desperately trying to help his team cut into this deficit, and he'll start there with an easy free throw. Orton now up to 13 points on the game. Make it 14 with the second free throw. Goes 2 for 2 from the line. Lone Peak now moving the ball around the outside of the arc. Cogswell down low, left post. Mitchell getting pressured high from Orton, finds Jackson Taylor. 10 seconds left on the shot clock. Fotheringham right wing, dishes it high to Cogswell, baseline. Finds Mitchell, top of the key three, off front iron, no good. Rebound is controlled by Robinson. And Orton's gonna slow things down as he's pressured high from Simon. Just a little handoff to Reese at half court. Back to Orton. Hudson moving to his left. Flare screen for Trejo, no good. And now Knight's push. There's Cogswell. Left, up to Taylor. Deep three, center, no good. Rebound is controlled by Simon, and it looks like they're going to call an over-the-back foul against Bradley Trejo, the senior guard for the Titans.
Foul committed by number 5, Bradley Trejo.
So inbound baseline for the Knights on their own side. Full shot clock. Fotheringham dishes out. It's Simon for three. He doesn't get it. Fotheringham, easy tip, twice no good, and somehow it touches two players' hands and ends up going in. And they're going to give the bucket to Ty Cogswell. Stolen back again by the Knights. Fotheringham now moving inside. He'll go for a mid-range jumper, right iron, no good. Here comes Syracuse. Trejo's pressured by Cogswell and Simon. He'll spin move. He'll cross-court pass to Orton. Good first step. Wide open jumper baseline, no good. He's going to go after the ball. Mitchell's going to slow it down. Pass off to Fotheringham. Simon moving to his right. Mitchell cutting left. And now Taylor slow things down at the top of the key. Ball goes off of Simon. Hudson dives for it. He misses it. Lone Peak has numbers. But Hudson controls himself, gets back. Cogswell. Good post move down low. And he's able to get it go down. And now a timeout for Syracuse as Lone Peak has increased their lead to 15 with 3 minutes left here in the third quarter. We'll come back after this. It's KSL Sports Rewind. Welcome back to Lone Peak High School as it's currently the Knights leading 46-31 over Syracuse. Lone Peak finished last year with an 11-12 record, which was third in Region 3. They lost to Riverton in the second round of the state playoffs. Their defense was something to note, and it's obviously a key in this contest here in 2024-2025. They averaged 59.4 points per game against them on defense, which ranked 6th in 6A in the state of Utah. As for this season, their offense is pretty good for the most part. 44% from the field, 42% from three. Something we've seen that they struggle with tonight in terms of the offensive side of the ball or shooting. Their free throw percentage is only 66%. But they've been able to control their turnovers for the most part and force Syracuse to make some mistakes as they keep up that full court press defense. Reese now controls at half court for the Titans. 3 minutes left to go here in this third quarter. Carter Robinson thought about a three. Instead, he'll spin move. He'll kick it back out. Honigman's got it against Cogswell. Now it's Robinson fighting for the ball against two defenders. Cogswell going up for it. Almost got a jump ball, but Robinson's able to get that ball up for a shot attempt and go to the free throw line for two.
Foul committed by number 0, Ty Cogswell. His first.
That'll be the first foul for Ty Cogswell in this contest. It's been a very physical battle down low between number 24 and number 0. As Robinson goes up for his first free throw attempt, and he's able to get it to go down. So 46-32, Knights lead. Robinson having a solid game himself. He's got 12 and 13 with that latest free throw.
Number 4, Roundtree, checks in for the Titans.
So Robinson will check out after he makes both of his free throws, as Burke Roundtree, the senior forward, will check in for him. So here comes Mitchell. Moving to his left, finds Ty Cogswell underneath the basket, who doesn't get his first attempt, but he does get his second. And right now he is controlling that paint on the offensive side of the board. Hess moves to Reese. Euro step, Trejo, pump fake. He'll dish inside for a floater. And the spinning ball will not go down, but it will stay here after Cogswell not able to control the board. Syracuse coming off of a 7-17 record where they were winless in region play last year. And already they're looking to make a difference with their 2-1 record. Let's see if they can come back in this one. Hess dishes out to Trejo. Finds Reese, right wing three. No good. Board controlled by Simon. Austin Simon now moving. Going fancy with the footwork, moving right. Goes baseline. Cogswell up top, now he goes down low. Kicks it back out. Simon, great footwork. And the ball's just driving and kicking. Jackson Taylor open for three, top of the key, no good. Rebounds fought, 1-4 by Hess, and a hard fall as he lands on top of the basketball after the foul from behind by Jackson Taylor. Hard fall. Hess has had a few scares so far on the floor, but luckily he's been able to get up both times, and he'll check out as Kate Ashcroft will check into the game. So Titans ball, full court like a streak in football, finds Trejo, but it's blocked by Fotheringham. Oh my goodness, off the glass. What looked to be a momentum seizing opportunity for Syracuse is taken right back away from the Knights. Now here's Fotheringham. Dish outside, three-pointer up and good. Drew Toulson able to sink the net from the left wing. Here comes the Titans in transition as Roundtree's able to get a quick two. And now under a minute to play here in the third quarter. It's Mitchell moving around and finding an easy floater down low in the paint. And there's another delay of game warning against Lone Peak. That's now 2 in this third quarter alone. There should be some form of penalty, I believe, if there's 2 in the quarter. Refs will confer, though.
He replaces Crew.
And it looks like and they were going to inbound again, but then the ref stops play once again because one of them's talking with Coach Greg Goddardage of Syracuse. I think he's trying to ask about the delay of game penalty and what that means, but play will resume. So full court press once again. Trejo in the corner finds Reese moving towards the middle. Pressured high by Mitchell. Trejo, spin moves around, goes down low in the paint, kicks it out. And now a tough mid-range jumper is no good that time. And the rebound's controlled by Toulson. Lone Peak will slow things down, shot clock turned off. As we look to end this third quarter. It's an 18-point lead right now for Lone Peak. Amberry wide open, right wing. No good, and a foul against Lone Peak.
Foul committed by number 14, Cole Catan.
And Cole Catan will pick up the foul, the junior guard that's now in, averaging 2.7 points a game.
Titans are in the bonus. Colton Honigman at the line to the Titans.
So Honigman gets the first one to go down. That cuts it to 17, and they're going to need a masterful fourth quarter if they want to come out of here with a win. Second one also up and good. Syracuse taking a note out of the Knights playbook. They're playing some full court press, but then they'll pull off once you hit half court. A last second shot is about to be attempted. Amberry for three, gets it to go with the buzzer as his teammates surround him with cheers and applause. A shot at the end to pull Lone Peak back up by 19. It's 56 for the Knights, 37 for the Titans. We'll meet you back here for the fourth quarter. Welcome back out to Lone Peak High School as it's the Knights that found their deficit cut down early in the third quarter, but then exploded for an offensive show there at the end to lead by 19. as they lead at 56-37. It's been all Enoch Mitchell for the night so far, as he has 14 points for Lone Peak. But the Titans will start with the ball. It'll take a masterful fourth quarter for them to come out of here with a win. Hudson Hess finds Robinson down low. He had a loud early third quarter, but then he got quiet there. He's looking to get things back to how they were before. Gets a quick 2. So 56-39, that's a good way to start for Syracuse. Here comes Fotheringham. Mood around top of the key, finds Suarez, right wing. He's going to move with his left, cuts, left-handed layup, beautifully off the glass. And a little stoppage of play here, but it will resume as normal. Looks like the ref was talking to Robinson a little bit after that. Hess finds Trejo in transition. Trejo moving, finds Robinson, corner. Robinson cuts, goes underneath, hard off the glass, but he's going to be fouled by Jackson Taylor, and he's going to go to the charity stripe for 2.
Foul committed by number 30, Jackson Taylor.
That'll be Taylor's second foul of the game.
First team foul of the quarter. At the line for the Titans, Connor Robinson.
Robinson having a great game so far for Syracuse. Clearly the number 2 behind Skylar Orton so far in their first 3.5 games. And he gets both to go down. Great night from the free throw line for Carter Robinson. Still a little bit of a soft press here by Syracuse, but not as hard as Lone Peak has played them for most of this game. Fotheringham up top, guarded by Reese. Ball hasn't moved, and now foul will be called against Beckham. Beckham thought it might have been a push-off against him. Well, they're going to call a hold against him, as his bewilderment won't change the call. He'll be subbed out for Cohen Goddard, the son of head coach Greg Goddard. So Lone Peak will inbound as Simon takes it back to the other side of the floor. High pressure defense by Skylar Orton. And now foul will be called against Jackson Taylor offensively. Cohen Goddard, who just checked in, gets the charge. And that's a quick 2 fouls for Jackson Taylor here in the fourth quarter, now up to 3 on the game. Now another quick discussion between the refs and head coach Rob Ross of the Lone Peak Knights. Looks to be talking about foul trouble now, as Drew Toolson will check in for Taylor.
He replaces Jackson Taylor.
Head coach giving Taylor some words as he heads to the bench with 3 fouls. Here comes Trejo trying to get his team back into this. Goddard finds Orton. Over to Trejo. Using those moves, finds Goddard. Cutting to the basket, underneath the basket, and gets the reverse layup to find the bottom of the net. So Cohen Goddard giving a little bit of spark here to this Titans offense. And now he'll give a quick foul. Cohen's saying that he got pulled, but nonetheless, it will be called against him.
Number 21, Cohen Goddard.
So a little bit of IQ play here by both sides in terms of fouls. 58-43 is our score. Lone Peak leads with 6:26 here left in the fourth quarter. Still lots of talk between head coach Rob Ross and the refs as play resumes once again. Suarez, right wing, finds Mitchell. Over to Toolson, pump fakes. Almost got tripped up with the high pressure defense from the Titans. The guards are looking to pull up some great moves, but it's Drew Toolson who was wide open because of it on the right wing.
Drew Tolson.
And now we've got a double technical. And now a technical foul will be called against Cohen Goddard and against Austin Simon.
Technical foul charge to number 21, Cohen Goddard.
And a timeout will be called by Lone Peak as both coaches are asking for more information about those technical fouls. It's 61 Lone Peak, 43 Syracuse. We'll be back right after this short message. Welcome back to Lone Peak High School. We just had a little bit of an argument as Rob Ross was going at it against Gregory Goddard, and then a technical foul was then assessed to Rob Ross. I mean, he was having to be held back by the ref himself. So Syracuse now will get 2 free throws and the ball coming out of this. So as time is winding down and it's not much of a contest, tempers are flaring up. So it'll be Beckham Reese, the junior guard for the Titans, heading to the line to get 2 free throws. And Rob Ross still going at it with the ref after he comes out of it with his timeout. Clearly arguing that it seems like Cohen Goddard gave some sort of elbow to his players. So Beckham Reese at the line for 2 free throws. And the first bounces around and goes down. As Ross continues to talk to the ref as another free throw goes down. So potential for a 4 or 5 point possession here for the Titans as they cut into this lead with 6 minutes left to go. Down 16.
Checking in for the Knights tie, Cogswell. He's in for Sam Suarez.
So Suarez will check in for Simon, who picked up the technical before the one picked up by Rob Ross. So Syracuse with the ball. Once again, high pressure defense. Looking at inbound. Finally get it into Orton. Orton's had a quiet second half. Finds Carter Robinson. Down low, one-on-one with Cogswell. Spin move. Goes up. Almost got it to go down, but Cogswell with the rebound. Now here comes this high pressure defense from Syracuse. It's Mitchell moving across half court. Gets the screen from Cogswell. Dishes it out to Toulson, who's got a few three-pointers. Instead, he'll take a mid-range jumper. That's no good. Suarez. Back out to Fotheringham. He fakes. Spin move. Mid-range, no. Rebound once again fought for. Won by Carter Robinson. Here comes Syracuse as Reese goes behind the back a few times in transition. Wide open jumper is too strong. Suarez controls. Here comes Toulson back over to the Knights side of the court. He gets a screen right from Suarez. Fotheringham moves through 2 of them. Now down low Suarez. Finds Cogswell cutting, dishing to his right. Over the basket, no good. A lot of contact, nothing called. Pace has picked up dramatically here in this fourth quarter. Here's Orton, right wing, trying to get it down low to Robinson, but it's picked off by Cogswell. Cogswell's had an excellent fourth quarter. Suarez, beautiful move down low. Can't get the bucket, but instead, it's his teammate, Enoch Mitchell, who gets the nice tip in to go and the foul. So Enoch Mitchell with a strong night tonight for the Knights, as he has 14 points, looking to make it 15. He can't. Rebound by Trejo. Now under 5 minutes here in the fourth. It's an 18-point lead for Lone Peak. And almost picked off by Mitchell. Trejo tried a wide open three, it doesn't go. Orton gets the layup to go off the left side. That's something that Syracuse has been missing here in the second half, Orton's presence down low in the paint. Now Mitchell's double teamed. Tries to pass it off to Suarez. Fotheringham picks up the bobbled ball. Suarez, spin move, baseline. Reverse layup, no good. Trejo to Reese, to Orton. Beautiful transition work as Skylar Orton has the last four for the Titans. (63-49). Now under 4. Toulson, right wing. He'll take a three, airballs it. Cogswell gets the rebound though. Tries to find a cutting Toulson, but overshoots him. Goes back to the Titans. So Syracuse with some momentum, and there's a timeout on the floor. Lone Peak 63, Syracuse 49. We'll be back after this short message. Welcome back out to Lone Peak High School, where it's the Knights leading 63-49. We had some tempers flare at the beginning of the fourth, which led to 3 technical fouls called. And Syracuse on a small 4-0 run, and with the basketball as they try to cut into this lead. The Knights led as much as 18, but now down to 14 here with 3.5 minutes left to go. Players tying their shoes, getting ready to play, and here we go. So sideline inbound. Orton spin moves. He's got 3 defenders behind him. Kicks it out. Trejo pump fakes a 3. He'll take it. Wide open. Oh, just bounces around, doesn't get it to go. But instead, it's 2 tips that can't find the bottom of the net. Syracuse controls. It's Skylar Orton. He's trying to find Robinson down low. Instead, he'll find Hodigman, who finds Trejo. Trejo falls down. Tries to dish it down to Robinson down low. Instead, it's stolen by Cogswell. So the Knights get the ball back after they lucked out on 3 wide open missed shots from Syracuse. And a foul now by Trejo. Good to see some sportsmanship there by Carter Robinson, who went to go try and help Fotheringham up. So that'll be Trejo's second, and it'll send Crew Fotheringham to the line. The sophomore guard for Lone Peak is number 1 in Utah 6A in field goals and 3-pointers made. Had a great night so far tonight as he gets the first one to drop. Second one is good as well. Lone Peak not letting up in this full court defense. Reese dribbles out, now it's Trejo. Back to Reese. Orton was cutting, but instead he'll find him in the right wing. Now foul will be called against Camden Broadhead, the sophomore center who subbed in. And that'll send Carter Robinson to the line, who seems to have his nose bandaged up a little bit. Might have had some blood drawn from some of the physicality down low in the paint in this contest. So Robinson's had a pretty good night tonight from the free throw line as he continues it with that make. The junior center's averaging 15.3 a game and is top 15 in the state in blocks per game. He led their team in scoring against their win over Bonneville with 16 points. Also included 8 rebounds. And he stays perfect from the line tonight. So here comes Lone Peak in transition. It's Taylor off to Simon. And he'll go cross court. They might slow things down as they have a big lead with not a lot of time left. Taylor faked a handoff to Fotheringham. Instead, he'll find a wide open Broadhead who misses the layup. And now it's the Titans in transition. It's almost picked off by Taylor, but he can't control it. And it'll be a baseline inbound for the Titans. They find Carter Robinson. at the top of the key. Spin moves against Broadhead, picks up his dribble, finds a cutting Hudson Hess who gets the right-handed layup to go down. So now that defense will pick up for Syracuse. Now under 2. Mitchell looking to penetrate, but then brings it back out. 15 on the shot clock. Not a lot of movement here from Lone Peak. Pretty stationary. Now out to Taylor. Step back 3, off to Broadhead. Shot clock still down. A fight for the ball at half court. And they're going to call it jump ball. And it'll stay here with Lone Peak, but only 3 seconds left on the shot clock. Ross desperately calling out his play as he needs his players to score in just a matter of a few seconds. Mitchell inbounds. Taylor, deep 3. Front iron, no good. And it's off to Hudson Hess in transition. He's going to move around. Goes baseline. Bounce past Carter Robinson, but he stepped out of bounds when he passed it. So Knights now inbound. Just over a minute left here in the fourth quarter. Looking to improve to 3-2 and get back in the win column after 2 straight losses to Orem and Harriman. So Ho-Nigman will pick up the foul. That'll send Enoch Mitchell to the line. The Knights opened up the season with a 6-point win at Cottonwood and then blew things open against Alta on the 25th of November, 68-48. But then they've lost their way. They lost big to Orem, as I mentioned in the first quarter, where they had to face their former teammate in Chamberlain Burgess, the recent BYU commit. And then just yesterday, losing to Harriman at Corner Canyon by 6 points. The missed free throw is then retained by the Knights, and the jump shot's no good, but it's going to stay here with Lone Peak. So they're actually going to say it's Syracuse ball because they're going to say it's a double foul. Still this full court defense from Lone Peak. Here's Hudson in transition. Carter Robinson, left wing 3 is good. And his beautiful game continues. And it's now just a 9-point game. So Ho-Nigman will commit a foul once again. That'll send Jackson Taylor to the line. Taylor, the senior guard, who's really wanted to make a lot of quick shots from the arc. And Syracuse is going to call a timeout. It'll be a full, and we'll take it with them. It's Lone Peak 65, Syracuse 56. Welcome back to Lone Peak High School, where Jackson Taylor is attempting his 2 free throws as his team is now in the double bonus. And he gets the first one to go to increase this to a double-digit game. He makes the second. It's now an 11-point lead. Titans looking to move fast. It's Hess, transition 3, off right iron, no good. Full court press continues, and there's another quick foul by Ho-Nigman. That'll be his 3rd of the game. So Mitchell at the line for 2. Once again, both teams are in the double bonus. And both Syracuse and Lone Peak are having good free throw nights. Syracuse, this is usually a normality for them. They shoot 71% on the year from the charity stripe. But Lone Peak is averaging 66, a little bit worse, but they're looking well tonight from there.
Titans ball.
So 69-56. Now we're under a minute to play. Syracuse moving the ball around. Trejo moves right. It's Orton, right wing, trying to find Robinson. He's pressured. Instead, he'll move baseline and dish it up. His hand was just about an inch from the rack. He could have dunked it down, but instead he'll lay it in for an easy two. And there's another quick foul as they're just going to try and elongate this, see if they can try and cut into this deficit before time runs out.
Foul committed by number 1, Hudson Hess on number 1, Enoch Mitchell, who's at the line.
So Hudson Hess will pick up the foul. That's his 4th of the game. And Enoch Mitchell, who's having a stellar night tonight with 14 points, heads back to the line and makes the first. And the Knights now lead by 12. And he makes both of them. Shot clock turned off. Here comes Syracuse. Three-pointer, far, no good. And now another foul that will go against Syracuse. That'll send Jackson Taylor to the line. Refs still conferring a little bit more. And the foul will go against Hudson Hess, and that will do it for him for this evening.
Checking in for the Titans, number 3, Beckman Reese. The line for the Knights, number 30, Jackson Taylor, shoots 2.
So Taylor, up for his first free throw attempt, gets it to go down. So Lone Peak will move to 3-2 on the year, and the Titans will fall to 500 at 2-2. Both teams look good tonight, but just Lone Peak able to capitalize a lot more on their full court defense. As the bench will come in for Lone Peak, it's all the bottom of the bench that comes in. So just 16 seconds remain. And here's Reese for 3. No good. Broadhead will rebound. Lone Peak just looking to move it past half court. And they will, and that will do it. So final score here, Lone Peak 73 and Syracuse 58. It was a tight contest there in the first quarter, but Lone Peak was able to stretch a lot in the second quarter and build a little bit of a lead. And while Syracuse was able to cut into that deficit early on in the third, it was too much as Lone Peak was able to use their extensive rebounding skills and elite transition defense to give them the win. So like I mentioned, Lone Peak now moves to 3-2 on the year, and Syracuse falls to 2-2. And that'll do it for us here at Lone Peak. For everyone at KSL Sports Rewind, I'm Nate Thatcher, and we'll see you soon.